The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, about to make his way to the ring.
You get a little jumpy, ain't you, Zach?
Oh. Only if you knew, Darion.
Making his return to the Coastal Wrestling Federation, he is the first ever CWF
He's an OG, Darion.
This is James.
Put some respect on that man's name.
OG getting ready to deal with the manimal. This might be a situation that Cade didn't want to find himself, but once again, a situation that his mouth got him involved in.
Yes, sir.
Looks like some of the members in the audience remember him too. Okay.
What's wrong, Darion?
Milton, Florida, please welcome the Manimal, Kaedon Marx.
Oh, we got Mr. Overdramatic coming out here. Had to put the lights out.
For the first time ever, the Manimal, Kaedon Marx, going one-on-one with James St. James, the first ever CWF Champion. Gentlemen, I was there in 2019 in Navarre, Florida, when St. James became the first ever CWF Champion. He is wrestling pedigree, and what an opportunity for the Manimal Kaedon Marx.
17.
Don't even have your facts right. Look at you. Shook by the mark.
I remember that night because I was sitting in the VIP section.
And for some reason, you got on the other side of the rail.
Because of you, Darion. You've
Don't
inspired
put that on me. Don't
you
put that on
inspired me, Darion.
Do not put that on me.
You inspired me to reach for greatness.
You keep your hand away from me.
Well, both these men have a lot in common. As we said, St. James, the first ever CWF champion. Manimal Kaedon Marx, the first ever D1 champion. Actually, also the first man to win the D1 title on 2 occasions.
2 times.
And gentlemen, we were there for all of those titles.
2 times he lost the title because of his own pride.
And something else I might
You're
add,
not wrong there as
both
well.
these men lost their titles due to the bell is rung. Both these men losing their titles due to getting in Marshall Briggs's crosshairs. Whether or not those actions were justified is up for debate.
I don't know about that, Donnie.
I mean, if you ask me, it's very justified. Like, Kaedon Marx didn't have to get himself involved in business he had no place involving himself in.
Now, the Manimal, I agree with that.
Collar and elbow tie-up. St. James, certainly the taller and the bigger man.
And I don't think, if I was a Manimal, I wouldn't want to get into a powerhouse exchange with St. James.
Me neither. I've been watching some of his training videos online. He has been putting in work.
St. James, quite the physical prowess, and you have to be if you're the first ever CWF champion. Been away from the CWF for a little while, but
I don't know if you saw this, the look on his face of St. James. He's getting a little bit annoyed right now, so it's only a matter of time before he gets up and tries to take the head off of the Manimal.
St. James had not wrestled for the CWF since the fall of 21. Made his return in April this year at Voltage against Justin Flo. Justin Flo wasn't the champion at the time.
Oh, look at that shoulder.
Beautiful shoulder tackle there from Jane St. James. And there's no animosity between these two, but they both have one goal here, and that's to pick up the victory. Especially James St. James. He wants to pick up a victory over the former D1 champion, move up the ranks, and perhaps also be in line for that for a shot at the CWF title.
That would be great. I would love to see St. James get another shot at the CWF title. An OG coming back to the company, that would be beautiful, Donnie. I would appreciate that.
Maybe he'll look to correct some mistakes that he made the first time around.
Possibly, Darion, possibly.
Manimal almost getting the pinfall almost there, but not quite.
We all know what almost is, Donnie. It only counts on horseshoes and hand
Now
grenades.
look at this. Look.
Going for a test
He
of strength.
almost tried to outsmart him.
Almost.
You're not going to outsmart James St. James like that. He is a 13-year veteran, or excuse me, 10 years in the business, trained by Wes Adams. Has seen a lot, has done a lot. And very smart by James St. James. Use that weight advantage. Push it down on the smaller man. Keep the smaller man in the middle of the ring where he can't bounce and jump around.
On top of that, he is putting on pressure of the head, trying to pop him like a zit.
Manimal getting in a few pops there.
But that's what he has to. He has to keep swinging.
In
use his
Manimal's
speed,
end-
but letting him hit back.
And I don't think this is where Manimal wants to be. He doesn't want to be in a slugging
See, that's the
contest with
pride
St.
we
James.
was talking about. The pride that keeps getting him in the L.
That's right.
Trading blows with James St. James. I don't know how smart that is, but
It's not
Manimal, the
smart at
Manimal
all.
of Steel, is going to go at it as best he can. Pushing James into the ropes. Missing with that lariat.
St. James is moving. Oh, with the
Not
flying
only
cross.
is he big, but he can fly too.
Ooh, that was a clothesline. Beautiful.
Could be it. Could be over. No.
Not yet.
He
Only
had
a
little,
2 count.
Y'all see, he had a little bit of difficulty kicking out of that too. This was almost over.
And Darion, you've been up against taller men. You've been up against bigger men. What does the Manimal have to do if he hopes to secure the victory here?
Well, for one, he needs to not say punch me. He needs to use his speed. If he doesn't have the power advantage, he needs to use the speed advantage.
Well, it's hard to use the speed advantage when St. James is choking the life out of you.
St. James.
I never said he was good at using the speed.
St. James has plenty of speed plenty of speed himself. I mean, good Lord, look at them long legs. He needs binoculars to tie his bootlaces.
Why are we talking about another
Why
man's
we're making
legs,
this
Donnie?
weird, Donnie?
Look at the man. He's tall as can be.
PG, Donnie, PG.
Throwing St. James into the turnbuckle, and St. James returning the favor with that vicious clothesline.
A thunderous clothesline. Just about caved in the chest of the Manimal.
Caved in his chest is for sure.
The Manimal Kingdom was almost torn down.
Like I say, you can't fight if you can't breathe. That knocked the wind out of me.
St. James, a nice guy outside the ring, very pleasant to talk to, but inside the ring, it is all business.
And that's exactly how it should be. You can act however you want to act outside the ring, but when you get inside the ring, you need to play no games. You need to have that killer instinct.
It could be over right here. No! And Manimal, I think that took everything out of the Manimal. You know, using some leverage, using him turning to get out of that pin, but having to take a rest there on the bottom rope.
And that's part of the, given that size, that's a size disadvantage. He has to use extra force to kick out.
Going for the pin attempt again, no. Only a 2 count.
Oh,
Super kick from the Manimal onto the jaw of St. James.
He's doing what he should do. Use the speed. He got to his feet quicker. Now he's landing in those super kicks.
Manimal going for the pin attempt. No! Gonna take a lot more than that to pin the first ever CWF champion.
Seems both men are down trying to collect their minds have both been scrambled. St. James has just got the taste kicked out of his mouth.
And funny you should speak about minds, because the Manimal, he's got a lot on his mind. You know, he has the Marshall on his mind. He has the Enterprise on his mind.
What he needs to do is keep
He has
his
his
foot
job
on the
on
gas.
his mind.
James St. James, on the other hand, is unburdened by all that. He's just here to win a match. And do you think that's...
I know the kind of competitor that the Manimal is. He's put on a facade. He's letting that pride, this is just a mask. Inside, he is shaking.
Well, right now what he is doing is shaking that fist into the head of James St. James. The taller man cut down here. Manimal taking a moment to get a quick respite and soak in the adulation of this crowd.
St. James is just kind of lost
hell
right
with
now.
this crowd.
Santon in the corner.
Hooking the
Getting right
leg. No! Only a 2 count.
And he wasted precious seconds to try to pull the trigger.
Shouldn't have wasted that time trying to show off.
This could have been over right now.
Yep.
That's the thing. The Manimal, he's been taking off like a rocket, but he is still very inexperienced.
It seems to be a thing here where competitors they show off too much instead of keeping their foot on the gas, huh, Darion, like Johnny.
Exactly. And that's why he got dealt with. And if the Manimal isn't careful, he might get dealt with too.
Getting
Absolutely
dealt
right.
with so far right here, both men trading blows in the middle of the ring. Manimal deceptively strong. European uppercut now on St. James, followed by a chop.
And a heavy right.
St. James missing. Manimal going for the German suplex there.
Oh, running
Followed
knee.
up with a knee.
St. James eating that knee. Going for the pin here. Wasn't enough, no.
And this was almost
Another 2
over.
count.
See that right there? When you follow up quickly, it could put away a match.
Follow up is key, Darion. You are correct.
You actually said something right again. Look at you.
I'm learning from the greatness.
You think Donnie would learn by now.
Ah,
What I'm learning is that these two men are giving it their all right here in this ring. As we said, no animosity between the two of them, but
Look at that. Played possum. Sucker to the ends for that sidewalk slam.
plenty of animosity when he put that knee into the spine of the Manimal.
And he might have twerked. He
seems
might have
hurt
twerked that knee
himself.
on the way down.
I see him check. I see St. James checking on that knee right there. This crowd firmly chanting for the Manimal. Manimal now trying to get back up to his feet. St. James already back to a vertical base.
Oh, clothesline by the Manimal. We have
Clothesline.
seen this time and time again with the Manimal.
I don't know what he's looking at me for.
Manimal using that quit.
Oh, and a spear from the Manimal.
Spear from the Manimal, as you said. Moving in, hooking the leg. No! Only a 2 count.
Don't think about it. Keep on him.
Got to stay on him. St. James, he did good there. Not many people kick out from a spear from the Manimal.
St. James built of some tough stuff. I saw many of his title defenses back in the past. Took on the best that the Coastal Wrestling Federation could bring him and beat them all.
Why is he talking for? Why is he talking? He's inviting him to the middle of the ring.
Push there
This
from
is not
St.
where
James.
Manimal doesn't want this.
This pride that keeps getting him in trouble time after time.
I said there was no animosity between the two of them, but I think it might be growing, at least some disgruntlement.
Oh, look at that. Donnie was wrong. What else is new?
Imagine that.
This crowd chanting for Manimal, that might be messing with the psyche of St. James, because he remembers a time when they were chanting his name.
But it ain't about the crowd. It's about the match. It's about what's going on inside the ring.
Trading heavy blows in the middle of the ring, and St. James getting the upper hand with a knee to the sternum.
He said no more of this back and forth. Oh, look at that.
Hard Irish whip to
He's
the
letting
corner.
that power be known now. He's getting irritated
How does that feel, Darion? Them Irish whips in the corner like that.
when you getting tossed into the corner.
Yep.
Your back is smacking the turnbuckle, smacking the wind out of you. And now here
Waiting
comes the
to
roll
score
up.
from the Manimal. No, only a 2 count. Wait a minute.
Wait, here comes the Marshal.
Got him. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, James St. James.
It's just St. James, Donnie.
Just right there. Right there. Exactly like I said. It's the pride of the Manimal. He took his eye at the ball. He got caught slipping. 1, 2, 3. No excuses. No underhanded tactics. St. James won this match.
St. James picking up the victory over the former D1 champion, St. James. Back in the CWF has a victory. Marshall Briggs is out here.
And
Marshall Briggs is elated.
But I saw like a few gestures. He's saying think. He's got to think. He's got to keep his head in the game. That's why he got the roll up.
Perhaps the 10-year veteran giving a little bit of advice.
Oh.
And you see the disrespect from Marshall Briggs.
Seems
Hey, he's trying to help me. He looks a little hot out here.
Are you kidding me?
Trying to give him a little bath.
he looked thirsty.
Whose side are you on?
Hey, the Manimal Kingdom does not smell good. Marshall was trying to help him out.
What side am I on, Donnie? I don't pick sides. I just call it as I see it, Donnie.
Exactly.
Well, as we just saw it, James St. James is the victor.
Did he just cut me off?
He just cut you off, Darion, again. The
that's-
disrespect doesn't end with Donnie.
He doesn't know what respect is. That's why he keeps getting in trouble with the Marshal. That's why he keeps getting Zach in trouble with the Marshal.
Keeps getting me in trouble. That's right. I keep taking the bumps for him. Thanks, Donnie.
Well, James St. James back in the win column here in the CWF. And the next match for the Manimal Kaedon Marx will be September 21st when he takes on Marshall Briggs.
And if this right here happens,
He is
Manimal
gone.
is gone.
Bye-bye.
But,
No D1 title,
But-
just jobless.
but should he win, he will get a shot at the CWF Championship. That CWF Championship, which will be defended at CWF Proving Ground, as TNA's Moose takes on the Flow Hawk Justin Flow. But up next, it is Rob Ocho versus Brandon Collins.
On proving ground, legends allured. Grit and blood, a sacred crown. Cloud roaring like a beast untamed. Warriors fight, make their stand in the night. The battle's framed. Grit and blood on sacred ground. Crowd roaring like a beast untamed. Warriors fight, make their stand in the night. The battle's framed.